Welcome back to The Founder. Another guest seated here with me. We have Tharusha from Columpur. How are you doing today?
I'm fine and I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good too.
Awesome. Yes, I am. And let's start with you. Let's talk about you.
Yeah, so I'm Tharusha Vithanage.
And tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm from a banking background. So I started my career as a banker, but now I stand as an entrepreneur, which was in my blood from small days.
Yeah.
But I studied at Lyceum,
Okay.
and I did my A-levels and did my degree at University of Plymouth in marketing. Then to banking and doing my CIM final stage, and now here I am as an entrepreneur and doing the Colompur brand.
All right, let's talk about the brand. Tell me how it all began.
Yeah, so back then, I always wanted to do something of my own. Even when I was when I was doing my degree, I was always thinking of starting up something. So then my current business partner named Kisal, so we both got together, and we were also trying to do something during the pandemic, because everybody was pulling out of their businesses or they were backing. But we wanted to move ahead, go forward and do something. So then it was couple of industries which were sustaining during the pandemic, during a lockdown. So out of which the food was one. So that's why we selected it. And then after that, even food, we wanted to do it in a different way. And then only we got the inspiration from some foreign brands where they were operating as cloud kitchens. So that's how we came up with Colompur, and that's how it became a cloud kitchen.
Okay, so this is actually the first time I'm hearing the word cloud kitchen. Can you explain to me what it means? What does a cloud kitchen mean?
Yeah, so basically a cloud kitchen is where you build up a kitchen. So then you can have several number of brands operating from one kitchen.
Right.
So even when we start, even we operate with two, but Colompur is our own brand. So that was the start of this cloud kitchen. So even I have friends from US who's currently asking from me to start their brand at my kitchen.
Okay.
So it's a kind of a big area that we have the kitchen at. So if another person comes up with a menu and a brand and anything, we could start it up at our place.
Okay.
And we have aggregators like Uber Eats, Pick Me. And if they want, they can start their own delivery and move ahead. So we at Columpur, we do it with Uber, Pick Me, and we have our own delivery.
Okay.
And we are trying to partner up with other apps as well.
Okay.
Going ahead.
How did the idea come about?
Yeah, so as I told you before, it was during a break of the pandemic when we met.
Okay, so this started off in 2019, was it, or?
No, it started off in 2021.
2021.
But we came up with the plan. Idea was in 2020. So we were working from home. Then after that, there was a break. Then again, another lockdown came, and at that particular point only, we were thinking, okay, let's do something. Because you've seen big brands which came up after the 2009 recession. So that inspired us a lot.
Yeah.
So when we were looking for an industry, we found food, and then when we were digging deep, then we found countries like US and India were doing really good with cloud kitchens at that time, because even they were suffering with this lockdown.
Yeah.
And even in Sri Lanka, many people were at home, or they were stuck in Colombo without the ability to move anywhere. So based on all taking all those ideas and putting it to one pot, only we came up with this idea to have a cloud kitchen.
Oh wow! Okay, that's amazing. And how has it been? How has the pandemic affected your company in any way, or has it boosted it?
Yeah, so actually, as per any other business, we were also affected. Even though we were operating during all the lockdowns and we were open, we had issues with suppliers, then equipments, and it was really difficult to travel between, to get the staff to the kitchen, and it was a bit, we had defects on those areas. But at the same time, we had opportunities where when everybody was silent and when everybody was shut, we were open and we were doing good with our business, and people really enjoyed our food. If people who were working in Colombo but was living outside, out of Colombo, but they were stuck here, they couldn't go to their villages. But with our rice and curry that we give without any other MSG and flavors, they were replying to us saying that it gives us the taste of home.
Oh, wow.
So they loved it, and yeah, and we enjoyed doing the sales during a lockdown.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So, tell me what inspired you to do all of this?
Yeah, so my inspiration was, as I said before, was like those foreign brands.
Yes.
Like if you take in India, you get a brand called Rebel Food. So I went through them a lot to identify what they are doing, and then I came across some US
Okay.
brands as well. So that actually inspired me to like keep my step on this particular food industry and on the cloud kitchen.
Did you find that there was a gap in the Sri Lankan market in that area?
Yes, because like during the first pandemic, when during the first lockdown, when everybody closed the places, it was really hard to find a place to have food.
Yes, that's true. And groceries.
And groceries, yeah. So after that, actually groceries, there were people who were doing through
Yes,
Uber and
yeah.
PayMe, but it was during the second lockdown, like many well-known brands opened their
Yeah.
kitchens and they started to sell, but still they have a cost to bear.
Okay.
Because they have their ACs, they have their furnitures to be looked after, then their ambience that they have to maintain when the customers come in. But actually for us, it's not the thing. It's just the kitchen we have.
Okay.
So we are at a very low cost,
Yeah.
but giving the best product at the valuable,
yeah.
it's worth for the money they pay actually.
Right.
Our food is, because since we go with a low cost.
Okay. Let's talk about the brand name Columpur. How did you come about that?
Yeah, so since before we started it, I always wanted to have this in middle of Colombo.
Okay.
So even my business partner and both of us, we were trying to find the exact middle place in Colombo. So I don't know whether we found it exactly, but somehow we came up with Kirulapana. And so since it was Colombo and we were trying to target a certain market, and it was mainly into Colombo. So then, we were trying to play with the word Colombo itself. So there were some inspirational names there that was. But after that, it was at once we came up with Colompur, but that was bit of Indian style, and also that
okay.
again we reversed it and we made it Colompur.
Okay.
So that's how it
Make
came
it
up.
more local, right? So, was there challenges that you faced initially when you wanted to start up?
Yes, actually. So every other startup, the start was a bit hard, and since it was during the lockdown, trying to get the needed equipments and getting the raw materials, and trying to find the staff, because even there were certain times where there were provincial lockdowns. So
Yeah.
I couldn't get down staff from southern province, or Uva province, I couldn't get them to
Yeah.
western province. So even that was an issue. But other than that, every other thing went well, since we had the perseverance to drive to this and start it somehow.
Yeah.
So no matter what challenge came across, we made it positive and we drove positively. Yeah.
And have you failed before you succeeded?
Failed in the sense, yeah, so in business perspective, we have been successful during challenging times. But if you take when with the suppliers and with the as I told you, the logistics was a big issue those days. So there have been certain failures that we couldn't get the inventory in time, get the passes done. So there were hassles like that. But other than that, I won't say I'm successful, but slowly, gradually moving up there with ups and downs. So yeah.
All right. So initially, how did you get people to know about your brand, or what's the marketing strategy you relied on?
Yeah. So me and my business partner, previously we started with currently also we have Instagram and Facebook platform. So we basically started from that. But actually, I have a turning point in my business where I got the chance to meet Mr. Tiraj Veeraratne. So
Okay.
once I met Tiraj, and once I had a chat with him, and he's really helping startups. So after several chats, he got on board with us. So now he's our marketing backbone,
Oh,
and
wow.
he's supporting, and he has been a guru behind our entire brand for the marketing purpose. And we have done some viral campaigns too,
Yeah.
Colompur Mata Badagini.
Okay.
So
okay.
that was a viral campaign. So
Oh,
that had
wow.
big that had a big turn for our brand, where we were into customers, and like we were everywhere, like even from Anuradhapura, then Trinco, like we got many feedbacks, and we were like, everybody was asking, can we get food to Kandy, can we get food to Mathura? So it was
Okay,
really
wow,
viral.
that's amazing. So everyone got to know about it.
Yes.
So, was financing any difficult initially? Did you approach anyone or banks if at all?
So, like back in the day, like it was a time where moratoriums were granted. Since I'm from a
Okay.
banking environment, I know how the time
Yes.
was. But actually, like my father was so helpful, and he financed me for the initial bit. But after that, after having a strong project proposal, and after planning the business well and forecasting it, I went to my bank, which is HNB. And once I like showed them our like our project proposal and everything, like they were mature enough to understand it, and even during a critical situation like that, they understood, okay, this has something.
Yes.
So actually they helped me a lot, and like we are doing into a few expansions as well. So even for that, even for today, my bank, like my branch manager and the team, like they are really
Yes.
helping me a lot.
Oh,
with
that's
the financing.
amazing to hear. And like, especially for young startups out there, that there is help out there for you to, pursue your startup, right? So now, if it wasn't for what you are doing right now at Columpur, do you think you would have pursued anything else?
Yeah, so if not for Colompur, I would have still been a banker. But
Still be a banker.
yeah, but actually, like even though I'm a bank, out of the 24 hours I spend a day,
Yeah.
like more than 10-12 hours, I would be still thinking of a startup, because
Right.
like if it was not for Colompur, I
Yeah.
would have gone for something else. Yeah.
Other things. All right. So now, when it comes to your brand and what you are offering, how do people reach out to you?
Yeah, so like as I told you, we are on Facebook and Instagram.
It's mainly through social media.
Social media as Colompur, and we have a catchy hotline as well.
Okay.
So it's really easy to keep in your mind if
Can
you
I
need
can I know the hotline?
Yeah, so it goes at 070
Yeah.
111
Oh, that's easy.
So
very easy.
that's pretty easy. So you can WhatsApp us if you need anything, and like we have a really friendly staff. So that means like if a customer wants to know anything, like it's not all about ordering, but if they want to know about any of our dishes, how it would taste, and
Yeah.
what would be good for kids, please do reach us, and we will be more than happy to give out the information.
Okay. What are the popular dishes that you sell out?
Yeah, so our assorted dish, it comes in our starters, so that's one of our best sellers.
Oh.
Then like since we are into Chinese and also touching a bit of Sri Lankan, we have koila nuggets.
Okay.
In our appetizers, which is a good bestseller, because like even small children have it.
Okay.
Since like we don't use any ajinomoto or anything, but it's good for them also, because people don't eat kohila much, but that they eat.
Oh, okay.
So then we have the Chinese fried rice, and that's like really rocking out
10
there.
out of 10.
10 out of 10, yeah. And like the sweet and sour prawns, hot garlic chicken, and we have sweet potato leaves,
Oh, wow.
which can be a substitute for kangkung leaves.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So like people really love it, and even our beverages to desserts, everything is having a good sale at the moment.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What would you say is your definition of success?
Yeah, so for me, success is about like everybody has dreams, and everybody wants to be in a certain path, like, but many are being backed from them due to certain issues they have. But what I would say is, if you have a dream, put it on practice, study it, focus on it, and then when you are in the right path, and when you are like reaching it step by step, and after reaching it, like you get many opportunities.
Yeah.
And when you are thriving on that, I think that's success, and reaching where you want and getting that self actualize, like the happiness you get, that's success for me.
Okay. Now that you are a founder yourself, if you ever had the opportunity to maybe sit at dinner with a founder of your liking, internationally or locally, who would that person be?
Yeah, so actually I always had like a follower, so I would like to have my dinner with that particular follower, who's Mr. Dilanka Jinadasa, who's the current MD of Hello Clothing. So
Oh, wow,
like
okay.
I would like to have dinner with him. Yeah.
I think that's could be possible, right? Could be a
Yeah.
possibility. Now, there's quite a few people watching, especially during this show, looking for inspiration, and maybe they have an idea of their own, trying to start their own startup. What kind of advice would you give them?
Yeah, so actually, like as I told you before, like everything is a dream in first stage. So when I was in my university, like doing a business was a dream for me. Like I have many cousins and my relatives doing, but for me it was not, because my father is from a corporate background. So, but once I was in that dream, even though I was working, I always was following it, and I was
Yeah.
studying it, and I was like, I had my focus. Okay, I want to go there. So like if anybody who has an idea or
Yeah.
a dream, what they need to do is like they need to plan it well, study
Yeah.
it well, and focus on it and put it to practice.
Yes.
Where once you are doing it, without you knowing, you will get many opportunities in life.
Okay,
And
yeah.
those opportunities will easily escalate your dreams to where you want.
Well said. Yes, indeed. And going into the future, where do you see your company going? Maybe in the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, so actually, like as I told you, we are currently at Kidlapana. So there are a couple of corporates also who have reached us asking, to serve their staff. So we will be starting them soon. And then after that, we are planning to have our branches, in certain highly dense areas in the country. So trying to give them the fresh
Yeah.
taste of Colompur.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, and
Same
I
here.
wish you all the very best of luck. And yeah, I'm going to drop by and try your food.
Definitely, you are most welcome.
Thank you so much, Tharusha. See you next time.